I am Sierra Willis, and I am a junior. And my name is Kale Gamish, and I am also a junior. We're going to explain our experience connected with the hashtag why I read, write, and sign. So I'll go first. Be patient with me. So I was born hearing, but I had a high fever as a baby and it caused me to have hearing loss. So I only had one way to communicate with my family at that time. And my mom didn't realize I was deaf until I was about 3. So I had hearing loss at 8 months old until I was almost 3. I had a really hard time communicating. I struggled with reading and writing, and people would look at my work and think, oh, cute, you know, she's a kid, but I was using the wrong grammar and everything like that. So later, my mom put me in a deaf school when I was around 3 years old. And I started to learn how to read and write and had a better understanding of those things. I was able to change my writing so people could understand it easier. And I was able to pick up communication skills fast through a visual means of communication. And I think for me, it was fun to learn, and I picked it up so quickly because I thought it looked cool. So I started communicating with my family using sign a little bit sometimes, and then voice other times, use different means of communication. So now I'll share my experience. So before I was at CSDR, I struggled with teachers, and my parents decided to put me in a mainstream school. So I had more problems at the mainstream school than at CSDR because I was always lonely and I didn't have a group to socialize and hang out with. I had a really hard time learning, and I was constantly earning C's and D's, and I struggled all the way up until 5th grade when my parents came and asked me, did you want to go to a deaf school? And I said, fine, okay. So I went to the deaf school, went back to CSDR, and it was much better. I learned to communicate better, I made friends, my grades improved to A's and B's, and it was just much better to have a visual means of communication at a deaf school versus an auditory means where I missed almost everything. So, see, without signing, reading and writing skills are really no good, and if you don't have communication with family, it's just really rough, and you're going to continue to struggle with reading and writing, and nothing is going to get better if you won't change for our own good and match what we need as deaf people. Thank you. Bye.